Pizzeria Ristorante, located in the ShopRite Plaza, Route 502 in Covington Township, 570-842-2070. You can visit them online. It is mendocinospizza.com. Like us on Facebook and Instagram, serving the North Pocono community for over 37 years. 570-842-2070. Mendocino's Pizzeria Ristorante. Cryotherapy Restore and Rejuvenate, we proudly combine state-of-the-art technology with personalized care to help you feel and perform at your best. Open 7 days a week, 16 Church Street in Dallas. Geared towards student athletes from high school and college to help their bodies recover by offering cutting-edge solutions. Student athlete packages are available for a 3-month unlimited amount of visits. Contact 570-228-2796. Email Amory at cryotherapysessions.com. Cryotherapy, 16 Church Street, Dallas, 570-228-2796.
We are here with you live from the Wolfpack Den at Wilkes-Barre Area High School on the Wilkes-Barre Area Student Broadcast. I'm Mark McNulty. I'm here with Logan Krakenfels, and we will watch the Central Dauphin Rams take on your Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack, and we have a whistle here early on with 7:48.
This team is going to be very, very rough competition. Lots of tall people, lots of older, experienced players, and these boys are traveling far. They're coming down from Harrisburg.
Yeah, and that's a long, journey. They're not going to want to leave here without a W, but we'll hope that Wilkes-Barre Area can hold them off.
Absolutely. They did not leave school early today to come for this loss. These boys here at Wolfpack are going to have to fight to see this win tonight.
And they're going to have to be very careful here with the rebounding tonight. Like I said, they're outsized, so we just want to be very careful as the ball is ripped away there from Roberts, and it's taken away by the Wolfpack. Here's Luciano Januzzi, the freshman.
Every single game so far, we've seen Robert with a very explosive start. He's been off multiple points, multiple steals in the first quarter every game so far they played.
This is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to play their style of basketball, really slow the game down. They're not used to that slow tempo as Januzzi pulls up, no good. Rebound going to go to Central Dauphin.
Last game we saw Januzzi in a little bit of slump after halftime, but we're thinking he's going to come back this game strong and aggressive.
Some nice defense there played by Luciano to save the pick and roll opportunity, and the shot is up and good. Nice fadeaway there. That's Shakur Starling who gets the scoring started here live from the Den. Now here's Keating over to Januzzi. They're going to want to, like I said, slow it down. Take your time. Got a much bigger team as Keating lines up the three. No good. Rebound going to go to Central Dauphin in Starling again as the three is up. No good. Rebound offensively by Easter.
That's our starting guard, standing at 6'6" as a guard. This team has a lot of height.
That's why they're playing a bigger matchup on him. You got Robert Fuentes down there with them as the pull-up J goes down. That's Khalil Roberts right over David Januzzi.
Another guard standing at 6'4", sophomore as well.
Januzzi over to Fuentes, back out to Luciano Januzzi. Like I said, they're slowing the game now here. 4-0 in favor of Central Dauphin early as the ball is ripped away from Keating and taken away by Easter there.
Mike Keating with two sloppy plays. Usually his game is very well-rounded, not many errors from Mike Keating.
And the three is up and no good. That was Starling with the shot. No good there. Rebound goes to Robert Fuentes. As Januzzi drives in, kick out to Achilles Fuentes, who laces the triple. No good. We have an air ball, and it will be out of bounds. It will go to Central Dauphin.
Not a very strong start. A lot of misses for Wolfpack in the beginning of this game.
We have a timeout here called by Central Dauphin, 4-0 here in the Wolfpack Den. We are back here at the Wolfpack Den. Rebound goes here to Central Dauphin. Up 4-0 early on here in the first quarter. It's been a very defensive ball game so far, Logan.
Definitely. Lots of teams. Good defense, both teams so far. Wolfpack needs to find a rhythm, though, to start getting some points on the board early in the first.
And that's going to be an illegal screen called on Johnny Sheary, the 6'9" forward from Central Dauphin. And the ball is going to go to Wilkes-Barre Area. Luciano Januzzi checking into his brother David.
I'm excited to see how that duo marinates throughout the year, see them play together, and both form into the best players that they are.
They give it over to the big man to work. He passes it over to Keating. Januzzi tried to drive in, didn't like the look, and Robert Fuentes is tripped up. And we'll see where the ball goes here. It's going to stay with Wilkes-Barre Area.
I believe that was a foul on number 21, Johnny Sheary. Again, the 6'9" guard.
Januzzi to check it in over to Luciano. Back across the court to Keating. They like Keating here. He matches Central Dauphin's size. He loses his dribble there, picks it up, drives in, and we have a whistle, and it looks like another foul.
We have Sherry early on here racking up these fouls. That's not good for the big guy. You don't want that early on in the game. He already has 2 fouls in the first half.
Yep, and in response, they're going to sub him out here. They're going to bring in Cameron Dauphin.
I think that was a smart play. Get the big man out early, save him for the late game, save him for the defense when you absolutely need it most.
And we have another whistle.
Wow, constant whistles this game so far.
And this one looks like it's going to go against Wilkes-Barre area. Looks like it's going to be on Robert Fuentes. Couldn't tell exactly what the foul was.
I believe the ref said it was a pushing foul.
And now we have Shakur Starling, who got the scoring started for us here at Wilkes-Barre area, but there hasn't been much of that tonight so far. And the alley-oop, and it's thrown down. The two-handed rim rocker from Jelani Easter.
Absolute flush early on in this game for Mr. Easter.
And that's going to be another foul on Central Dauphin.
Geez, 4 fouls already with 4:26 left in the first. Honestly, the bonus right now might be good for Wolfpack.
And I got to go back to that play, man. What a pass that was. That was from, what, near half court?
That was an explosive pass and an explosive finish.
Januzzi in over to Keating here. He's going to try and the layup is up and good. Mikey Keating gets the scoring started here for Wilkes-Barre area. And we have another timeout on the court. 4:19 left here in the first quarter. We are back live at the Wolfpack Den, 6-2 in favor of Central Dauphin. However, Keating just scored Wilkes-Barre area's first points of the ball game.
I do not have exact names, but there are many D1 and D2 offers on this Rams team. Lots of talent found throughout this team.
As now Central Dauphin going to try and respond. They had the big finish. Here's the pull-up J from the free throw line. No good. Rebound to Luciano Januzzi.
Good snatch for the little guy out there.
And he's being hounded. Here's Keating, takes it in, and he loses the ball. It is going to go, it looks like to Central Dauphin, and it will. It's going to be a turnover. Keating going to get subbed out here in favor of Cam Shovlin.
He's definitely a little heated after that call. He thought he got fouled, he got slapped, but it is going to be Central Dauphin's ball.
And we have another whistle. We have a lot of fouls here early on by both teams, but the Rams already sitting with 4.
A big shout out. Today's game is shout out by Toys for Tots. We had the Marines out there really serving our country and showing a good image for this Wolfpack community.
As now here is Khalil Roberts, passes it over to Starling. We have another whistle, and it's going to be on Luciano Januzzi, it looks like. He does not like that call.
Man, you would think the refs' whistles are broken tonight, how much they are going off so far, only still in the first quarter.
And Luciano going to come out here in favor of Orlando Williams, the 5'6" freshman.
He had a good game last game. He had 3 threes, 9 points, leading scorer for last game as a freshman.
They like the smaller matchup here. They're going to drive into the paint, kick it out to the corner. Back out, the three-point shot is no good. Offensive rebound, put back up, and no good. And a tough rebound to Shovlin.
Once again, another foul call. Wolfpack is now found in the bonus. They will be shooting 2.
And the foul there was on Devon, Cameron Devon, the junior guard. as we have Cam Shovlin at the line to shoot some free throws.
Cam Shovlin, we've seen these last couple games, a very aggressive player, gets his fouls in early, gets his early buckets in as well.
His first is through, 6-3. You know, I sound like a broken record every week, you know, preaching, get to the foul line, shoot those free throws. Today, you know, at least from what we see in the first quarter so far, looks like that's going to be very important as Shovlin sinks the second free throw.
Seems it's going to be the do or die for this game so far.
As now here is Khalil Roberts, the 6'4" guard. And he's working on Shovlin, passes it over into the paint, and the ball is loose, and it will go to Wilkes-Barre area. Some nice defense being played so far by both teams. And we have another whistle. And I'm trying to see who it's on.
I think they said that was number 10, Khalil Roberts, a push.
That was on Starling.
Starling.
That was on Shakur Starling. We have to distinguish them. That was on Shakur. And it looks like we have Orlando Williams at the free throw line.
Big spotlight here for the freshman, a lot of pressure.
His first, no good.
We now have Jacob Johnson subbing in for Wolfpack for David Januzzi.
Now Orlando Williams going to try and sink his second here, and he does not. Fuentes couldn't get the offensive board. Ball goes to Central Dauphin in Jelani Easter.
I think this is a good matchup. You have Robert on number 1. That is a great matchup to slow him down.
It looks like they're going to try and slow it down here. 6-4 here at the Wolfpack Den in favor of Central Dauphin. He's going to drive in, put up the shot, and no good. Rebound goes to Jacob Johnson. The miss was Shakur Starling. It looks like they're running with David Januzzi and Jacob Johnson in the game. There were their two favorite guard plays.
Definitely good ball handlers, both of them equally alike.
And he's going to give it to Shovlin here. Back over to Januzzi. Januzzi driving in. The layup is no good, but we have a foul.
Lots and lots of free throws so far. Januzzi has the chance to tie it up at 6 apiece.
And I like the shot selection there. You know, you're going up against a bigger defense. Try and drive it into the paint, get to that free throw line, especially in a low-scoring affair like this, as Januzzi sinks his first.
You know, people say defense win games. I say defense and free throws win games. That's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. And Januzzi ties the game, 6-6 here with 2:14 left in the first quarter.
It's showing that this bonus early on is definitely helping out the pack, coming back and now tying the game.
And Devon gives it into Easter, who loses the ball. Back out there to Roberts, and they're going to give it to Easter. They're passing the ball around here. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Into the corner, the 3 ball, no good. Rebound to Johnson. That was Easter. As Januzzi tried to get in transition, couldn't do it. Has a tough matchup there in the paint. We have a rip, and he misses the dunk. Rebound to Shovlin. He went for another one.
Crowd absolutely erupted from that miss.
Johnson, no good on the 3. And we have another whistle here. Tried the heat check there. He got the crowd going. He tried to just, shoot it, see what happens.
Almost. When I saw Johnson with the ball in his hands, I saw that student section erupt up. Everybody was waiting for that 3 to fall.
And the ball is going to go to Central Dauphin. And this is Shaheem Starling now in the game. And he draws the attention of David Januzzi as he passes over here. Robert Fuentes in the paint up against Easter. They bring the double, the 3. He was left open, no good. Rebound to Orlando Williams, who saves it and passes it into Johnson. Nice play there by the freshman. Januzzi pulls it up, no good. Rebound Shovlin. Orlando Williams, no good. And some tough rebounding early on by Wilkes-Barre area. We're under a minute here left in the first quarter. There's only 6 points scored by both teams. Corner 3, and it's good. Kyle Zakeski 9-6 in favor of the Rams as they bring the double on Januzzi. He spins out of it. He's going to drive into Fuentes, and it's up and good.
No look pass to Fuentes with the finish. Only down 1.
Now 9-8 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Nice connection there from Januzzi to Robert Fuentes, as now we'll see if Central Dauphin plays the clock a little bit. And into the corner, he's going to pass out here to Easter. Easter driving in, takes the shot, he's fouled, and one! Jelani Easter.
Absolute powerhouse so far in this game, bringing the ball down, driving to the rack, and finishing the and one play.
And it looks like they're getting Mike Keating back in the game. And he's going to take the place of Robert Fuentes. 6.9 seconds left here. And at the line is Jelani Easter to try and complete his three-point play.
You know, thinking back to this game, you think it'd be 25 to 25 right now, but it's only 8 to 11.
And Easter doesn't hit the free throw. Over to Januzzi. Januzzi going to try and hurry up and play some offense here. He takes the layup, and it's good! He beats the buzzer! 11-10 at the end of the first quarter in favor of the Rams, but David Januzzi with the buzzer-beating layup. We'll be right back. We are back here live at the Wolfpack Den to kick off the second quarter as Luciano Januzzi starts us off here.
We have a beautiful shout out to Miss Jenny Carlo, a great teacher here at the high school. Me and Mark alike both had her. I had her my freshman year for English, and she is an overall great teacher.
Absolutely, 100% agree with that, Logan. As hopefully she's watching, see a great matchup here between the Rams and the Wolfpack. They're going to fight on the ground for the rebound. Keating down there with Easter. And 11-10 in favor of the Rams. However, we did see David Januzzi beat the buzzer on that layup to end the quarter. As it looks like Shakur Starling going to check into Shaheem Starling. Only a one-point game here. Lots of defense being played so far and a lot of fouls. As they're going to drive in, and the layup's no good. The tip-in is. That's going to be Sion Brown.
That was just taking advantage of Orlando's short size and driving on him on the play.
And Jacob Johnson loses the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go to Central Dauphin.
Subbing with Januzzi now for Orlando. Dave Januzzi.
Yeah, we have to specify now.
I know. It's weird saying that.
And the check is to Sion Brown, who passes it over to Shaheem Starling, who draws the attention of Luciano Januzzi. 13-10 in favor of the Rams. And into the paint, the fadeaway is good. And that looked to be Starling.
Both teams playing very fast pace, very tight defense, and of course, again, lots of fouls.
As you say that, we have another foul here. This one is on the Rams. They were giving Januzzi a little bit too much extra contact down there as he was trying to take the ball up the court. Luciano Januzzi going to check it in to David.
We had David trying to call timeout there for a moment, but did not fall through.
And now here's Jacob Johnson back over to Januzzi. They're going to look for these two guards to bring about some scoring here as Johnson pulls the triple and sinks it. Jacob Johnson with a nice three.
As we know, once he makes one, he's on a hot streak. He'll make 2, 3, he'll keep going.
15-13 now in favor of the Rams. The lead down to 2. Fuentes up against Easter. Easter drives in and into the corner. Some nice ball movement, and they turn it over. And then they foul him again.
Now sitting at 2 fouls for the Rams, looking like they're going for the bonus again in the second quarter.
And it was a bit of a rough foul there on the freshman, Luciano Januzzi. However, 2 early fouls here again in the second quarter for the Rams. Now here's David Januzzi. Going to try and make something happen here. Trying to get on a little bit of a streak. Here's Achilles Fuentes. And he long pass over to Johnson. Fortunate to come down, and they turn it over. Luciano Januzzi with the turnover to Shakur Starling. You got Achilles Fuentes now up against Easter in the paint. And that's going to be a charging foul on Easter. Already 3 fouls.
That is a great charge from Achilles. He is known for doing that. He comes in when it matters most. That was a great foul.
And he gets the tough fouls. You know, he took a nice little shot there. However, it's going to be a foul on Central Dauphin.
Stoppage of clock from the ref.
And they're going to start back up here. Luciano Januzzi to check it in again. David Januzzi drawing some extra attention on defense. Gets it over to Keating. They have to get it across half court. They do. Keating going to drive in, and he loses the ball. It's taken away by Starling over to Easter. And the layup is good. And that was Jared McDonald. And it's going to be 17-13 now in favor of Central Dauphin. Wilkes-Barre area having a little bit of trouble here in the backcourt. Keating drives in, the tough lay, no. And we have a foul call.
Even though this tight defense from Central Dauphin, the Wolfpack are passing the ball very well. They're finding a lot of good open shots, just not all of them are falling right now.
And we'll see if Keating's going to shoot free throws. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just going to be Wolfpack ball.
But they're still 1 away from the bonus already with 5:30 left in this second quarter.
And that's scary if you're Central Dauphin. That was why Wilkes-Barre area was able to make it a close ball game in the first quarter. And Januzzi with the smart play there. Nobody got open. He throws it off of number 4, McDonald, and he's going to have a chance to recheck. And he does successfully here to Luciano. And we have another whistle, and it's going to be on Wilkes-Barre area. Looks like a turnover. Yup, it's going to be a foul on Wilkes-Barre area. It's on Robert Fuentes, and now Orlando Williams comes into the game for Luciano Januzzi.
I like a lot of the push and pull from Coach Levan here, really subbing in and out all of his assets very evenly, and they're showing the impact on this game so far.
As now Achilles Fuentes has attention on Jelani Easter, who drives in, draws the double team, kicks it back out. They draw the double team, and it doesn't matter. He pulls up over the double team. That was Shakur Starling.
Great fadeaway. That's the second one he hit tonight so far, and that shot is butter.
Januzzi in transition, no good. The putback by Shovlin, no good. A second putback, no good. And we have a foul. And it looks like, Wilkes-Barre area is going to be in the bonus period as Shovlin gets a chance to shoot 2.
Like we said earlier, this bonus is going to be chipping away at the Rams slowly but steadily. Wolfpack will be coming back.
It looks like Jacob Johnson getting ready to check in for the Wolfpack. As Shovlin going to go to the line to shoot his 2 free throws.
We have a great support from our student section tonight. We have the band and cheer here as well.
And the first free throw goes down for Cam Shovlin.
Cam Shovlin, a transfer from WVW in his senior year. Very random transfer, but a very good asset that Wilkes-Barre area obtained.
Now they have Januzzi and Johnson already in the backcourt there with number 11, Shakur Starling, as the second free throw's up and good from Shovlin, 19-15 in favor of the Rams.
They might have been trying to get a cherry pick there with Shakur Starling, but Wolfpack noticed that and did stop that immediately.
Khalil Roberts now in the ball game as he gives it over to Easter, who draws the attention of Achilles Fuentes. 19-15 here from the Wolfpack Den in favor of the Rams. As we have Easter driving in, the layup no good, but a foul is called on Jacob Johnson.
That was a good way to pull in the foul. He knew he wasn't going to make that layup. He swung his arm to the left and pulled the foul in.
That's his second and the team's second for the quarter. It looks like 4 fouls now on Central Dauphin. They didn't call him into the bonus period. As Easter up the line to shoot some free throws. His first one is no good.
These small points, those 1-point differences in a game like this, only 15-19 in the second period, those shots are huge.
Yep, and you have to be able to take advantage from the free throw line when you go there. If you get 2 shots, you got to hit at least one of them, which Easter will try to do here. And it's no good again. He goes 0 for 2, and the rebound goes to Achilles Fuentes.
Good tip from Cam Shovlin into Achilles' hands there.
And Orlando Williams, the triple no good. Rebound goes to number 10, Khalil Roberts. In transition now, we have Shakur Starling. And Easter took a shot there from Fuentes, no call. In the corner there was Khalil Roberts. They're passing the ball around. Easter into the paint on Fuentes, puts it up and in. The tough layup there from Jelani Easter.
Great drive and even finishing with the contact. That was a very impressive shot.
And then a turnover on Orlando Williams, and we have 2 and 1. Not a great turnover there for Wilkes-Barre area.
We see this lead starting to become a little bit bigger, 8-point difference now.
And it looks like we have a timeout, 23-15 in favor of the Rams, live from the Wolfpack Den. 3:51 to play in the first half. We are back at the Wolfpack Den as we have Jelani Easter. Nope, excuse me, we have, looks like Shaheem Starling, and he sinks a free throw there. 24-15 in favor of the Rams. As Wilkes-Barre going to try and check the ball in with Shovlin. Orlando Williams, it's behind him, and the turnover turns into more points for Central Dauphin. That was Khalil Roberts that time. They're going to go up the court to Orlando Williams, and he loses the ball again, but looks like Shakur Starling jumped into the student section, and he's shoving off the fans there. The ref having a conversation.
This student section tonight is very, very packed. It's almost a death threat to jump into that.
And it looks like the ball will go to Wilkes-Barre area, and it looks like Luciano Januzzi into the game for Jacob Johnson. as well as it looks like Mike Keating took over for Shovlin. David Januzzi now to check the ball in. He has his man jumping. He gets it over to Achilles Fuentes. Wolfpack got to get some points on the board here. You do not want to go down a lot to these guys as Keating puts in the tough layup.
Strong finish from Mike Keating. We know he's an asset down low and always finds a way to the rack.
Mikey Keating cuts the lead down to 9, 26-17 in favor of the Rams, as they're going to try and slow it down here with Shakur Starling. Trying to facilitate the offense, and he does, over to Easter. Mike Keating up against Khalil Roberts. Passing the ball around here now is Central Dauphin. Januzzi playing some tough defense there up against Starling. He's able to get the ball away, but he had him real close to going out of bounds. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. And driving in for the tough layup there is Shakur Starling.
No foul call on that play. He was looking for contact but could not get it.
And we have another timeout here, this one by the Rams, 2:42 left in the first half. We are back at the Wolfpack Den as Wilkes-Barre area trails 28-17, and Januzzi loses the ball, and it's going to go to Central Dauphin. They've had a little bit of trouble here in the backcourt checking the ball in, Logan.
Yeah, overall, inbounding the ball has been very rough. We had 2 turnovers trying to go into Orlando, and then 1 right there for David Januzzi.
And the 3 there, wide open, no good. That was Easter. And we have a whistle. Will it be an over-the-back foul?
That 3 in the corner was just bad communication on defense. They really had to have somebody on that corner because 2 out of 3 times that's going in.
And that is going to be an over-the-back foul, and it puts Wilkes-Barre area in the bonus period. So they should have some free throw shots here, if I'm not mistaken. And there's some chatter on the court, and it looks like they will have some free throws. And it's going to be Robert Fuentes.
Wolfpack only down 11, 2:37 in the second quarter. Still a lot of ball game. Still have halftime. Still have the third and the fourth quarter.
As Robert Fuentes' first free throw is up and good. And it cuts the lead down to 10 in favor of the Rams.
Again, a big shout out for the Toys for Tots. We had Marines in here again, you know, being a good example, recruiting people, and setting a good example for people's futures.
As now Fuentes, his second free throw is no good. Rebound going to go to Khalil Roberts. And Logan, that's where it starts. You got to hit your free throws in order to get out of this deficit.
They cut it to 10, but 9 does always look better.
As now Khalil Roberts going to work on Luciano Januzzi. And they give it to Easter. He drives in, kicks back out into the corner. And they didn't like the look. They're going to reset here, are the Rams.
Good thing about high school basketball, there's no shot clock. You can really take your time, set up plays, and find where you have to be.
And this is Khalil Roberts, pulls up over Orlando Williams. Shot's no good. Fight for the rebound down low. It goes to Central Dauphin. And that was Khalil Roberts who gets it out into the corner to Shakur Starling. He's going to drive in. He's going to put the shot up over Keating. A tough shot, no good. And the rebound will go to Keating.
You know, we see rebounding becoming a big problem in this game. We have assets, we have tall players, but it's difficult against this really, really tall team of Central Dauphin.
Keating, the wide open triple, too strong. And the rebound's going to go to Central Dauphin. And they're going to slow down here. You got a minute 30 left here in the first half. Up 10 are the Rams. Here is Khalil Roberts up against Luciano Januzzi. Setting the screen here is Johnny Sheary. And they left him open from 3 there.
He hesitated. He thought about it. He definitely did think about it there.
There's now Khalil Roberts. Clock's at a minute now. They've taken a good chunk of the clock this possession.
They might just be trying to hold it off, go to halftime, and then recuperate for the second half of this game.
Now driving in here is Starling. Puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound to Robert Fuentes. Here's Orlando Williams, who pulls up for 3, and he sinks it! Orlando Williams cuts the lead down to 7 for Wilkes-Barre area, and the student section is back in it.
He saw them down low. He saw the open 3. He said, you know what? I'm pulling this up, and I'm going to make it.
In transition, a nice shot there. Central Dauphin now driving in here. Starling, who loses the ball, and it's going to go to Wilkes-Barre area.
We have this momentum building up right before halftime. This might be exactly what they need going into halftime.
Now they got to be careful here checking the ball, and they've had a little bit of trouble, especially back here under the basket. Got to be careful, and they are. They get it into Januzzi.
Right, and you know these last couple seconds, you're probably going to have Januzzi, Mike Keating taking this last shot. He's very patient with it, and he usually tries to drive and get a layup.
You got 12 seconds left here now in the second quarter. Januzzi trying to go to work, having some issues. He drives to the rim, and it's swatted away. Central Dauphin with a chance for a last-minute shot. And it's going to be off the hands, and that'll do it for the first half. 28-21 in favor of the Rams. We're going to go down now to Braden Richards, who has Coach Levan for a halftime interview.
All right, I'm here at Wilkes-Barre area's head coach, Jimmy Levan. Coach, what are you going to tell these boys at halftime to build some momentum and get a comeback going?
Yeah, you know, we knew what we were getting into, I guess you could say, getting into this game. They're athletic, they're big, they can jump. You know, we just have to make sure we can't go through those, you know, moments where they score and it's bang turnover, another turnover, and all of a sudden they go on a 6-0 run. You got to limit those. I like the zone at the end of the half. We'll probably come back to that a little bit. And then it's simple. Handle the pressure, keep them off the glass, and get them into the fourth. And we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Good luck.
are back here for the second half.
All right, I'm here with some of our U.S. Marines. You guys are helping out with the Toys for Tots tonight. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we're coming out to support the Toys for Tots, getting donations for the children in the local area, and we wanted to say thank you to everyone coming out to support the players and Toys for Tots, and go Wolfpack.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Braden, for that message here from our friends here. We are back here for the second half. Mike Keating now they're going to try and dig Wilkes-Barre area out of the 7-point hole that they're in, and he goes in. The layup's not going to go. And the ball is going to go here to Central Dauphin. Already up 28-21. Chase, what did you see here out of the first half?
I definitely saw a lot of fireworks from both teams. Central Dauphin coming out swinging, especially with that explosive dunk. But Wilkes-Barre trying to claw their way back, trying to keep it close. I like the energy from them.
And like you said, a lot of energy from both teams so far. That also has included fouls. How do you suggest, how do both of these teams stay out of foul trouble?
I think they just need to clean it up a little more. They're not playing super reckless yet. I think it could be a lot worse, but it could definitely be a lot better.
Here's Robert Fuentes here to Januzzi. David Januzzi over to Achilles Fuentes in the corner with a quick jab. Nothing going to happen. He's bringing down his brother, Robert. We like the chemistry these two guys have as he sets the pick for his brother. Here's Luciano Januzzi into Robert Fuentes, who drives in, tries to get the shot. We have a whistle, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession will go here to, looks like it'll go to Central Dauphin, and it will. As here's Jelani Easter, gets it into Shakur Starling. We have a couple of sets of brothers on both sides. We have the Januzzis and the Fuentes brothers for Wilkes-Barre, and now we have looks like now ball will go to Wilkes-Barre area. Dealing with some quick audio troubles here, and it looks like Wilkes-Barre area, Achilles Fuentes with a nice tough bucket and one. Never mind, not and one. I lied to you. We're all kind of messed up here.
It's all right, we're getting through it.
As now Central Dauphin with the ball. Here is Kyle Zakeski. Jelani Easter driving in up against Achilles Fuentes. Nice pass, but it's swatted away by Fuentes, and the ball's going to go to Wilkes-Barre area.
Beautiful read by Robert Fuentes there. Got the smack down, hit off the Rams player. Wolfpack ball.
As now David Januzzi with the ball here. Only down 5 here is Wilkes-Barre. They were down double digits at some points, but they're back in it here. 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Januzzi drives in, puts it up, off balance, no good. The offensive rebound to Keating, and he tries to go up for it, doesn't, and we have a whistle. And now Keating going to go to the line with a chance to reduce the deficit to 3 points. Keating's first shot is up and good. Mike Keating now to shoot his second free throw. And he sinks it. 28-25 now in favor of the Rams, but all of a sudden, Chase, they were, like I said, they were down double digits. Now you got only a 3-point ball game at home. And it looks like we have some flopping going on over there. That was Zakeski. No whistle. Shakur Starling taking his time, has the defensive Januzzi. Kicks it over to Easter. 5.5 to play here, 28-25 in favor of the Rams, live from the Wolfpack Den. As Central Dauphin, they're taking their time. They have no reason to rush. They're passing the ball around. Driving in here was Khalil Roberts. He kicks it back out. Central Dauphin taking their time. They've taken, almost a minute of the clock here, and he loses the ball. There's a whistle, and it's going to be a foul on Wilkes-Barre area. Fuentes is not happy with that call, but they're going to have to try and rebound here. As now to check in here is Shakur Starling. And he does to Khalil Roberts, who has Achilles. I'm sorry, that is Robert. That's Robert Fuentes on him. Achilles now is guarding Jelani Easter, who drives in, and there's another whistle. And it's going to be on Wilkes-Barre area, it looks like. Yes, it will be. Now Shakur Starling going to check the ball. We got a couple of subs being made here for Central Dauphin. Wilkes-Barre area staying the same. And Shaheem Starling now draws the defense of Luciano Januzzi. Screen set, switches with Keating. Momentarily, a screen was set by Sherry. And now here's Shakur Starling driving in, back out to Easter, back into Starling in the post up against Januzzi. Double team, Fuentes and Januzzi on him, and he pulls up, no good. Rebound to Robert Fuentes. Good defense there from the Wolfpack.
Very good double team, very smart double team.
Januzzi in transition, the triple no good. Offensive rebound to Achilles Fuentes. He's being hounded right now. Out to Robert Fuentes, now to Januzzi. I like the shot selection from Januzzi. They left him open, but they got the big, important offensive rebound. Still have a chance to get some points here. Januzzi has the defense of the big man. Here's Achilles Fuentes driving in. Over to the corner, here's Luciano Januzzi. And a wedgie. And it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to Central Dauphin. We have a wedgie, Chase. How rare is that?
Yeah, that's definitely not something you see every day in high school basketball.
Nope, and I stand corrected again. The ball is going to go to Wilkes-Barre area. It's not going to go to Central Dauphin on the jump ball. Now here's David Januzzi back near half court. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Fuentes tries to set a screen. Januzzi has a defense of Zakeski. Into the corner, Mikey Keating, pump fakes, drives in, layup, no good. Rebound here to Shakur Starling. Now Starling up against Achilles Fuentes, passes out to Khalil Roberts. And now, like we saw the last possession, Central Dauphin, they took their time. They took almost a minute off the clock. We'll see if they do the exact same thing here. Easter going to drive in, kick out, and a travel. The ball will go to Wilkes-Barre area. That was number 22, Sion Brown, with the travel. And Orlando Williams going to sub into the game for Luciano Januzzi. And they like Orlando Williams, coming in. He's had a nice little spark to their offense. He's made a couple of big-time three-point shots this game. And for being, only 5'6" in stature as a freshman, that's some good basketball there. Keating cleans up the play for Fuentes.
Beautiful rebound by Mike Keating right there. That's a good finish. 1 point game now.
Yep, Mikey Keating cuts the lead for Central Dauphin down to 1. And that's his 8th point of the ball game. Now driving in here is Easter. The 3-point shot is good. That was Shakur Starling, 31-27 now. Robert Fuentes feeling some heat. Over to Achilles, over to Orlando now, and now they're taking their time. These double teams are not phasing Wilkes-Barre area for right now. Januzzi going to drive in, the layup, and it's good. A nice, solid layup there by David Januzzi.
Picked apart the defense perfectly right there by Januzzi.
David Januzzi drives in, he makes it a 2-point game, 31-29 in favor of the Rams. Jacob Johnson getting ready to sub in for the Wolfpack. Januzzi up against Starling. Starling driving in, and the layup is good. And he posted up David Januzzi, and he's talking with him a little bit. And it's going to be a tech. It's going to be a technical foul. They caught him talking to Januzzi, and they call it looks like a technical foul.
Student section caught all of that.
Now David Januzzi into Jacob Johnson. Johnson into the post to Keating. They like this matchup. Keating, and no good. Rebound here goes to Shakur Starling. Now here's Easter driving in. Now they're passing the ball around again. You got a minute 45 left to play here in the third quarter. Down 4 is the Wolfpack, 33-29. A pretty low-scoring affair so far. Now Achilles Fuentes playing some tough defense on Easter. They don't want him to get going. Achilles Fuentes up against Easter again in the post, draws a double with Keating, and they turn the ball over. Pass was behind Januzzi. Here's Orlando Williams in transition. Another good triple. Orlando Williams, the freshman. A nice, solid three-point shot in transition to cut the lead down to 1 for Central Dauphin, and this crowd is going nuts.
We've seen it all season from him. That run-and-gun game. Orlando Williams stopped at the three-point line, drains it.
And another 3 here now for Central Dauphin, no good. And an over-the-back foul, and the ball's going to go to Wilkes-Barre area.
Crowd's alive now, Mark.
Oh, man, they're going crazy. I preach it in football. I preach it in basketball. They're going nuts right now for that foul. Achilles Fuentes now to check the ball in for his Wolfpack. And he does successfully. Here's Januzzi, who draws the defense of Jared McDonald. And they like that matchup a little bit better if you're Wilkes-Barre area. You know, you got a size advantage to Januzzi, who goes into the paint and he's blocked, and they call the foul. And David Januzzi has a chance to to take the lead. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Chase, we've seen some really, really tough buckets here out of your Wolfpack. Now Januzzi's first free throw is good, and they tie the game. Now Cam shuffling in for Wilkes-Barre area. Keating gonna take a little breather as Luciano Januzzi is also getting ready to check in. David Januzzi misses the second free throw. This will remain a tie ball game at 33. 40 seconds left to play now. Here's Jelani Easter. We'll see if they take a lot of the clock here again. Achilles Fuentes almost had the steal there. Doesn't get it. Orlando Williams now up against Jared McDonald. The screen is set. Here's Jelani Easter on Shovlin. They like this matchup. You know, you got size on size. They kick it out. The three-point shot is good. Zion Brown with a tough 3. Januzzi full court pass to Cam Shovlin. He shoots the 3, and he sinks it.
Back-to-back threes. This is so competitive right now.
Cameron Shovlin with 10 to play. We're down to 5 now. We'll see if Central Dauphin can put it in the basket. In his Easter, he loses the ball, and it will remain a tie ball game. 36-36 at the start of the fourth quarter as Wilkes-Barre area has fought their way back into this basketball game. We'll be right back. We are back live at the Wolfpack Den in what is now a tie ball game at the start of the fourth quarter. 36-36 after a clutch three-point shot by Cam Shovlin. In the corner here, they're going to drive in, and the foul is going to be on Shovlin, but no basket. And we have 2 free throws coming for Jelani Easter, who has struggled this game so far from the line. So that's something to keep an eye on here. Tie game, he has a chance to take the lead. Easter's first rattles in, 37-36 in favor of the Rams.
Now I think a big decider in this game is going to be who's going to stay out of foul trouble.
Is now Easter lining up for his second one. And it is no good. The rebound going to go to Jacob Johnson, who gives it over to Luciano Januzzi. They're being pressured in the backcourt, the Wolfpack. They have to get this across half court, and they do with David Januzzi. And he takes it in. No. Johnson, air ball on the 3. The rebound to Shovlin. And it's tipped, and they're fighting for it. Januzzi couldn't get it. It's going to go to Central Dauphin and Jelani Easter. Here's Sion Brown over to Easter again. What a sequence there. A lot of defense being played.
Lots of bodies being thrown.
Shovlin now up against Starling. And Starling takes it in on top of Shovlin, and he gets the basket. 39-36 in favor of the Rams. Here's Jacob Johnson being pressured again, and it's swatted. Williams another triple, and he sinks it again. He can't miss. Orlando Williams, the 5'6" freshman, ties the game up. He is unstoppable right now.
His third 3 of the night, and I think he only shot 3.
Now, and the fadeaway is good from mid-range. That is Khalil Roberts over the top of David Januzzi. Johnson gets it into Luciano Januzzi. And Wilkes-Barre area only in a 2-point hole here. They were down by multiple possessions at times. Not now. This is as tough a ball game as we've seen. Januzzi drives in over to the corner. Orlando again. No good, and a foul. Orlando Williams is going to have some free throws to shoot after the foul on the 3-point shot. They're going to send Orlando Williams to the line, and man, what a game he is having. He has been electric all throughout this ball game.
He's drawn so many fouls, and he's hit so many threes.
Orlando's first free throw is up and good. 41-40 in favor of the Rams.
Now he shoots 3 here.
Yes, he does get 3 shots here. Orlando's second is good, and he ties the game at 41. And we have some subs being made. Achilles Fuentes in for Luciano Januzzi. And Michael Keating in for Cam Shovlin. Orlando to shoot his third. And he sinks it. Wilkes-Barre area with their first lead in a while, 42-41 in favor of your Wolfpack.
With that free throw, Orlando Williams now leads Wilkes-Barre area in points.
And now here is Khalil Roberts, who draws the attention of Mike Keating. It's not a matchup that he wants. Now Fuentes down below with Easter. They give it back to Roberts. Easter driving in on Fuentes. And he couldn't get it. He passes it out to Starling, who's up against David Januzzi.
This has been that matchup.
Roberts again up against Keating. He's going to drive it in. He couldn't do it. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by the Rams. 42-41 with 5.5 left to play here in the fourth quarter. We are back at Wilkes-Barre Area High School, 42-41 in favor of the Wolfpack. Rams basketball here with 5.5 left to play. Keating up against the big man, Sheary. Now driving into the paint here is Roberts, who gets a tough layup to go. He posted up Jacob Johnson. 43-42, the lead goes back to the Rams.
It's good patience by Roberts.
David Januzzi trying to facilitate. He has a double team momentarily. He gets out of it. Jacob Johnson back over to Achilles Fuentes. 5 minutes left to play here now from Wilkes-Barre Area High School. David Januzzi in the corner. Gets his man to jump. He pulls up from the mid-range. No good. Rebound to Central Dauphin. And this is Shakur Starling. And he drives inside. Oh, he took a nasty spill. We have a whistle. We don't know who this is going to be on. That was an ugly spill there for Starling. The foul's going to be on Wilkes-Barre Area. And, man, you got to make sure Starling's okay. That was a nasty spill.
Looks to have gone up on his own power.
Yep, and it looks like he's staying in the ball game here to check the ball in, but that was a nasty spill that he took. Good defense played by Johnson. Williams fighting for it, and that's going to be Wilkes-Barre Area basketball. Some nice defense there played by the Wolfpack, and Jacob Johnson and Orlando Williams making an impact on defense now. Now Johnson going to get it in here to Januzzi. 4.5 left. Wilkes-Barre Area down 1. And he's going to get it back over to Januzzi here. They're pressuring them in the backcourt. They got to be careful. Fuentes over to Keating, back to Januzzi. Johnson cuts inside. Layup is true. 44-43, and a tough left-handed layup by Jacob Johnson. We have a whistle and a timeout. 4:15 left to play. Wilkes-Barre Area leads by 1 with 4:15 left. We are back at the Wolfpack Den, 44-43 in favor of the Wolfpack after a nice layup from Jacob Johnson. Now here's Shakur Starling with the ball for Central Dauphin. Backdoor, nice lay. That's Shaheem Starling. Lead goes back to the Rams. This is a very back-and-forth ball game here in the fourth quarter. After Wilkes-Barre Area was down by multiple possessions early on, they've clawed their way back to make this a competitive basketball game. As now David Januzzi pulls up from inside the free throw line, no good. Rebound to Jelani Easter. And now the Rams with the chance to do some damage. And we have a foul, and it's going to be on Jacob Johnson on the defense. 3 fouls here for Wilkes-Barre Area. Got to be careful. You don't want to get into that bonus period here in a tight ball game.
Especially compared to the Rams' 1 foul.
And this is honestly flipped, because the first half, both quarters early on, Wilkes-Barre Area had the Rams in the bonus period because the Rams just kept on fouling. But now they've played a lot cleaner. We have another whistle here, and it looks like another foul on Wilkes-Barre Area. Now they have 4 fouls. You got to be really, really careful now. Here is Roberts with the basketball. He draws the defense of Jacob Johnson. He drives in over Fuentes. It goes out. And we'll see what the call is here. It looks like they're going to give the ball to Central Dauphin. Checking in now is Luciano Januzzi in place of Orlando Williams. Now here's the big man, Johnny Sherry, up against Mikey Keating. Oh, and a shot there on Achilles Fuentes. They don't call anything. Achilles in the paint playing up against the big man. And they're going to switch. They like the matchup of Keating on him a little bit better. 3 minutes left. And it looks like the ball is going to go to Wilkes-Barre area. Orlando Williams in for Luciano Januzzi. Couldn't quite see what happened there to force the turnover, but nonetheless, it's going to be Wilkes-Barre area's ball.
I think Central Dawson was chewing too much clock.
Now here's David Januzzi, down 1, 3 minutes left to play here, live from the Wolfpack Den on your Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast. I'm Mark McNulty. I'm here with Chase Erbacher. And Keating loses the handle. It's going to be Central Dauphin basketball. And Luciano back in for Orlando Williams.
If you're Mike Keating there, you just got to bury that one. Look for the next play.
Yep, got to be careful now. If you could play some defense, keep it a one-score game, or I'm sorry, a one-point game, then Wilkes-Barre area has a chance to put some points on the board. You know how deadly this offense can be. 2:45 left. Luciano up against Starling. Roberts, now they're passing the ball around. Driving in here is Starling on Januzzi. And he steps into the mid-range, and he misses the wide-open J. And now Januzzi with a chance. David Januzzi under some pressure, and he's swatted, and it's going to be a foul. David Januzzi going to go to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead with 2:25 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And I like the shot selection. You know, he went in, he saw that he had a big crowd in the paint. Take the layup, just take the chance at drawing the foul.
Good spin move to evade the defense as well.
And his first one's not going to go in. He now has a chance to tie the game up here with the second. And he does. 45-45, tie game here at Wilkes-Barre Area High School. Now here's Starling. And Fuentes tips it out of bounds. And the ball's going to go to Central Dauphin. And that was really close to being a turnover for your Wolfpack.
Achilles Fuentes has been very assertive on defense tonight. He's been there.
He's been all over it. You know, he's going for the ball. He's flying to the ball. So now you have number 23, Cameron Devon, to check it in for the Rams. Now here's Starling again. They've been giving him the ball a little bit more here in the later stages. Taking his time here up against David Januzzi. Into the post. Roberts up against Mike Keating. He's driving in, trying to back down the corner three. No good. Rebound, fought for, and
foul?
It looks like a foul. It looks like the ball might stay with Central Dauphin based off of the Wolfpack's reactions. Nope, it's going to be, it's a foul on the Rams on number 1, Easter. Checking in now is Orlando Williams for Luciano Januzzi. It seems like in the late stages here, Chase, in this fourth quarter, Januzzi and Williams have been coming in and out for each other. As now here's Jacob Johnson to check in to David Januzzi, and he does. Minute 50 left, tie game. Fuentes up the court, and the layup goes in. 47-45, Wilkes-Barre area takes the lead with Achilles Fuentes on a full court pass.
That's a huge momentum grab late in the game. Can they build off it?
The student section's on their feet. Wilkes-Barre area, a very tough place to play. Here's Easter. Now Starling, you got a minute 22 left. Johnson up against Roberts. He spins out of it, and the midi won't go, and we have a foul.
And it looks like he's down.
Yeah, it looked like he took a shot there. We might have an injury. Don't want to see that for the Rams. We'll be right back after they check on him. We are back after the injury timeout. That was Khalil Roberts. We hope he's okay as Shiri sinks his first free throw.
Now, Wilkes-Barre has to be careful here. They're in that bonus area. Got to play smart basketball here.
Now Shiri to shoot his second. And it is good. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. 47-47 here late. Minute 17 left to play. Januzzi with the basketball. Guarded by Shakur Starling. Januzzi up against some tough defense. He spins out of it, loses the basketball in transition. And the layup no good. And it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul on Mike Keating. There's going to be 2 free throws here for the Rams.
I think in that situation, that's the most he could have done.
Yeah, honestly, that might be the smartest defense he could have played. You know, just get the foul, send it to the line, up against the student section. Starling sinks the first one, 48-47 in favor of Central Dauphin.
Starling has been very solid this game.
Starling's second, no good. Rebound to Fuentes, 1-point game. Now Januzzi up against Easter. That's a bit of a bigger matchup for him. We have a whistle and a timeout by the Wolfpack. 51 seconds left to play, 48-47 in favor of the Rams. We'll be right back. We are back here in the Wolfpack Den. 51 seconds to play. Down 1 is your Wolfpack. David Januzzi now with the ball. Up against Starling. They like this matchup. The screen set by Keating and some tough basketball being played. And it's going to be a foul on the Rams. 4 fouls for Central Dauphin now. And now they're in danger of sending Wilkes-Barre area into the bonus period with 1 more foul. David Januzzi, in the meantime, gets the check from Jacob Johnson. Up against Starling again. He's being pressured. Januzzi drives in, has the layup. No good. Rebounds at Central Dauphin. And now Wilkes-Barre area has to be careful. There's no shot clock in high school. And Coach Levan saying a foul, and Januzzi does. Very upset there with Achilles Fuentes for not fouling, but nonetheless, they're going to send Central Dauphin to the line. 25 seconds left to play. They have a chance to make it a 3-point ball game. Now this is Shakur Starling shooting against the Wolfpack student section. His first, no good, off the back iron. And that could be huge in the late stretch. Now he has a chance here to extend their lead to 2. The student section going nuts. And he misses 0 for 2 from the line as Starling. It remains a 1-point game. Keating to Januzzi in the backcourt. He got 20 seconds left to play. Only a 1-point game. Wilkes-Barre area has a timeout to use if they want. Doesn't look like they will. Januzzi into the paint. He's struggling. And a timeout by Wilkes-Barre area. 7 seconds left to play. 48-47 in favor of the Rams. But Wilkes-Barre area has a chance to win this ball game late. We are back. 8.7 seconds left here in regulation. Johnson to check the ball in. He does to Fuentes. Achilles Fuentes drives in, loses the handle, and it's going to remain Wilkes-Barre area basketball. 48-47, 5.7 seconds left here for the Wolfpack to try and get a bucket. Listen, you could go to the foul line too. Januzzi with the ball. He drives in, can't get the foul, and that's going to do it. 48-47 win for the Central Dauphin Rams over the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. Wilkes-Barre area could not hit the last chance bucket, and that will do it.